Oh, there's other thing I want to share with. Okay, so that's in the end. I struggle to develop Viella. It feels like it's some cruel joke. Because I never ever struggled this much with a character. And I went there and it was such a mistake. I wasted so much time. I have been occupying it since I remember myself. But with this book, this book is testing my limits. Hi, this is my weekly recap, part 22. Straight to the point. If you remember my previous weekly recap, I told you that I will never write till midnight ever again because, well, that's just not my way. Then I suffer a whole day long after. So, apparently, there is no art without suffering because that's the only way I was able to write during this week. And, but I have no other choice. But maybe at some point it explains why my scenes suddenly feel so dark. For the first time in my whole life, I wrote like actually dark scenes, okay? Not just some bloodbath and some epic battle scenes, but a truly dark scene and the inevitability of it, and that's what I have been writing this week. Of course, there's other more pleasant thing I wrote, but it as well is connected to the not the pleasant part. Maybe you don't even have to be a reader, but when you have a scene, for example, you're reading or watching a movie and you like go to a dark scene, how do you know when it's too much? Like, what is the thing when you watch or read and you just, okay, fine, I got the message, but that's too much? What is it? Because now I don't really trust I don't really trust myself because I feel that I'm trying to explain it logically, and if I try to explain it logically, usually it doesn't work. I would want to see different opinions, and if you have something to say, for example, you notice this and it's annoying, but that's what screams for you that it's overdone by the writer or director of the movie. What is that thing? I am not only that I'm curious, I believe it would be informative. It would be informative for me. And yes, so if you have something in mind, you can write it, and I would love to read it. That's what's on writing. That's it. Yes, writing is writing generally. Now it's more about the events, not really the world building. Though I did world building parts. I don't remember which, but I definitely did. The characters now is so if you have been following my YouTube channel for a while, I have this character which is such a pain in the ass that it's impossible. I don't know what's wrong with this character. So like I said, I have siblings and other main character which isn't blood related to the other 6. There's, like I said, there's 5 brothers and 5 older brothers and their younger sister. I struggle to develop Viella. It feels like it's some cruel joke. Because I never ever struggled this much with a character. And I was thinking, because in one of my weekly recaps I was saying, oh, it's because maybe it's simpler with boys, and maybe it's just a girl that I'm struggling with, maybe because I have higher expectations towards her. But I have other female main character, and she can beat everyone else with the way how deeply she's developed. So there is literally no excuse why I struggled this much. But I know why. There's 2 things. First of all, I've never ever dedicated my time to develop Viella. And the second thing is I'm trying to force it out. And the weird thing I noticed is when I try to force the character, like the characteristic, the human traits out of her. I get the cliche. Which is weird actually, because all of my siblings are sisters. Like, I don't have a brother. Yet I struggle with Viella. Like, it's weird. It's unnatural. I don't like it. But like I said, so I had a point in Diana came in. So what I noticed is when I try to force something out or into Viella, I got this, this kind of cliche archetypal young adult romantic character, which is yes, and I got frustrated. So I don't know how. I mean, maybe I should leave her be, because I let my other characters be. I mean, usually they were just enough for them to be. Maybe for her it will do as well. I will experiment with it, because this week I was trying so hard to push something out of her. I feel like I'm doing only worse, and I just want her to let her be. I just want her to feel that she's natural. Viella, that's something, I don't know, I feel like that character just starts to irritate me. I just, it's reasonable. I truly say, when I say that this protest is unreasonable, because it is unreasonable. Because if we are being reasonable, then I should cut Viella out. She is an obstacle toward. But I, on the other hand, feel that this my world will lose that spark, that thing which Viella carries. Yet I know that she has this thing which make her. We'll see. So I just got an idea. I've written it down. We'll see if it will work. It can work. It has a chance. I might have found something to start with. Okay. See how it works? So, yes, it's weird. I honestly recommend about it. You should even stand in front of the mirror and you can start talking about, like, explaining the issue in the smallest details, and you actually might find the solution to it. That's how it works with me. Try me, write me, does it works? Maybe you'll try something, because I don't know, it works. I mean, it's maybe third or second time when I doing the video while explaining the issue, I find the thing from which I could possibly find a solution. So it's weird. Try it. Definitely try it. And that was second. Yes. So moving to my writing routine life. So like I said, I am worried that I'm moving too slowly. It's just I wanted to finish this book till my 18th birthday. That's like, at best it's like 3 months left. At best, maybe 2. I won't finish this book in 3 months, and it's already so long that I feel, these old people around who know that I'm writing a book, just like scavengers, like turn around, like on top of me, and just like, when will you finish? How much? And well, is this an end already? And I'm just like, well, I'm waiting for the vision, and I don't want to wait for a vision. I I honestly am not the person who will wait for a vision. People who know me might know me. I'm that person who will want to fix the problem as fast as possible if I know the solution. And I'm that person who will, on the contrary, I am in life, in daily life, I am the scavenger in daily life. I am the scavenger because when we will do this, when we'll remove this, when we will film this, and that's my part. I have been occupying it since I remember myself. But with this book, this book is testing my limits. Well, I'm trying to find the solution how to fix this. I want to write faster. Then I remembered that there is Joan Rowling that, I don't know, maybe it was her, maybe it wasn't. That she was saying that it's easy to forget that writing is also a job. Like, it also requires an effort. That there should be like this shadow when you write and so on. Well, I mean, I went to a bookstore which is like it's almost like your Barnes and Noble in United States. I don't know if that's it. I've never been there. But in Europe, it's like Thalia. I don't know if I spelled it right, but that's where I used to go with my friend to waste our money, our last money, to sit there, like drink coffee or play chess. That's where we were having fun. That was our perception of going out. And I thought, well, it shouldn't be that bad. I mean, I returned from my violin lesson, picked up my diaries, a whole bunch, and I am just like some kind of hoarder. Went to that bookstore. It recently opened. It's a walking distance from my home. So I thought, I mean, why? I write at home. I should be more productive there because I won't waste my time on cleaning, cooking, other distractions. But what I found is that I was actually in some kind of survival mode almost. I don't know, for some reason, writing for me feels intimate, and the writing process. Like the actual writing, when I sit and I write. There, I mean, I did write something, but I had to force it out, and it felt so uncomfortable. I felt so uncomfortable there that I don't know. I thought that I will be more productive there, but I found that I could have been more productive at home. It was a terrible decision, because I thought maybe there would be, I don't know, maybe the atmosphere. I don't know. I'm trying to search something, but it didn't work. That was an experiment I'm grateful for, but that's also something I won't do again. And I went there and it was such a mistake. I wasted so much time. I've been thinking about, because once again I wrote these dark scenes. And they are dark for me. And I'm not a sentimental reader, viewer. I can watch horror movies, for example, like It. Or The Curse or something like that. And I won't like jerk at every second. I feel more distant to these movies. Me and my friend, we once decided to watch It by Stephen King. We watched like 2 parts, and we already finished watching it, and so she walks me to the like almost like a bus stop, and she says, like, you've been looking at this Pennywise with such sympathy. What I mean is that I'm a sensitive viewer or reader is when I read something traumatic, I feel it myself, okay? Even, for example, in Alchemist, it wasn't like truly described, the thing in the first part. It wasn't described, like in details or something like this. I just knew it happened. I felt physically my heart pumping against my ribcage. That's what I mean. Yes, that's why I ask, when do you know when it's too much? Also, I don't. That's one of the reasons why I don't watch movies with this award. because usually there are, if you want a horror movie, like you want to truly not to fall asleep, you watch these movies. You don't need horror movies. Trust me. This does great. You don't need no Stephen King, no thrillers, and this will be great. My mom is a fan. She like hunts all the movies with this palm branch. And then after writing this scene, I got an idea. Like not an idea, a thought that maybe what maybe there can be more than one core message. Because I was saying that world building should happen that's what I plan to use. The world building should help me to open my core message. Oh, there's other thing I want to share with. Okay, so that's in the end. Because I was writing this scene and it kind of resonates with the core message, yet it opens something. My book opens two things, like the other like idea that also happens as oftenly as that initial core message I was thought was the only core message. Now I have two and I can't separate them. One won't exist without another. So it's just, I don't know whether it can work. So if you could share as well, if you could tell me what do you think of it, that would be great. I'm genuinely curious. So moving to the world building, actually, this thing I want to share with. So as I said, I have pirates, and all pirates have their flag. I've been thinking of what will one of my main characters what kind of flag that character will have. I started drawing it. Okay, so first of all, I only like placing the ideas. The idea is, well, skull, yes, skull, like, and the arrow and the wings, like cat wings. So like arrow slicing through the skull. I have been thinking about it for a while, and I genuinely like that idea. And so I started drawing it. I drew it by myself. No sister helped me. By myself. Of course not the masterpiece. I mean, yes, Wings would want something better than me, but I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I started it yesterday. So that's on the world building things. I don't know, I genuinely like how with this book I discover a lot of forms of art. It feels so good and it feels pleasant. Also with music and everything, it feels great. So also dancing, that I'm generally, this process makes me excited. So yes, I think that's all I wanted to say on this week. I'm generally enjoying my writing process the way it is. This week's realization. Yes, it might be slow. Also, I heard Donatart is also a slow writer. I heard it. I still want to watch that interview, but yes, I am curious now. So yes, I think it won't work otherwise, and I think I like it just the way it is. I think I'll let this story flow, hoping that every new week I'll discover something more and more. I'm saying this with the realization that I didn't write that certain chapter I wanted, but that's alright. Because I mean, you could have put it together, because my previous video I ended that I want to finish it. Well, it's not finished. I haven't written a single word in my manuscript, but that's not the issue. It's not an issue at all. That's all, folks.